golf buggies, golf carts, e-bikes, scooters. If it charges at home, chances are it's charging right now. Overcharging lithium batteries can damage your equipment, or worse, put your home at risk. SwitchStar power points deliver power for up to 8 hours, then switch off automatically. No apps, no Wi-Fi, nothing to remember. When you forget, SwitchStar doesn't. SwitchStar. Every home should have one.
Welcome to Talk Birdie To Me with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn and Tour Pro Mark Allen, live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our great partners, Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie To Me. Driving a BMW is like hitting the perfect shot. Smooth, controlled and powerful. Titleist, the clear number one ball in golf. FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Better, when the greats bet, they bet with Better. Ping will help you play your best. And the Golf Clearance Outlet, who beat everyone's prices. Now, here's Nick and Mark.
Welcome everybody. This is a Talk Birdie To Me mini. And I've got a feeling maybe some Days of Our Lives music in the background might well be appropriate.
Oh, what do you want? Why do you want that for?
Apparently someone's asking for some advice.
Oh, we are. Yes, we have a voicemail.
Bit of therapy music, maybe, or something.
Yeah, something.
Okay,
something.
Maybe like the Frasier theme or something.
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
a great show, isn't it?
Frasier, I love Frasier.
That was a great. You like Cheers?
I love Cheers.
Cheers was good.
Cheers, I think is my all-time favourite
Cheers
sitcom ever. Yeah. Still, and I still watch him from time to time.
Favourite sitcom, Nick?
I do like Cheers. Well, we've always got Friends on at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
you comparing Friends to Frasier and Cheers?
No.
I suppose you live in a house full of women. So
yeah, that's right.
There is that. Hang on. Homework, Nick. Anchorman.
No, I still haven't seen it. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Damn. Okay, I got to watch it. I will.
Okay.
I can't watch it. I can't imagine you watching Anchorman, actually.
Okay. Are you ready for the voicemail?
Need some goggle box of you
Bring
watching
it
Anchorman.
All right. Here we go.
Right.
You have one new voicemail. New message.
Hi, Dan, Mark and Nick. It's Steve here from Ocean Shores. I just listened to your podcast about Shane Lowry's last couple of holes in the recent tournament. And Mark talked about what it's like when you're trying to get 40 points. I play off about 5, never shot a par round in my life. The other day, I had 3 holes to play, looked like I had a very good chance of shooting par. All of a sudden, my muscles started to seize up. I couldn't feel the club face, as you said. But more importantly, when I got to the green, I just could not feel my hands. My hands were freezing as I was playing a putting stroke. And I was hitting the ball 5-metre putt, hit a 5 foot short, ended up 3-putting, double bogeyed the second last and ended up a couple of shots over. Any tips on how we can stay a little loose and a little fresh when we're having one of those good rounds that really starts to impact the body? Thanks very much. Love the show. Appreciate your feedback.
Oh,
That's tough.
I feel your pain.
That's a tough way to finish.
Yeah. The good news is that this experience that you've just had, what's our Wolfpacker's name? Stevie, that experience will make you stronger the next time you're in that situation.
Very true.
I know for whatever reason when I was a kid, I had trouble breaking 80 for the first time, like a lot of trouble. I kept on stuffing it up. And not once or twice, like a few times. I couldn't break, when I was about 13 years old, I just could not break 80. Not even at a public course.
I had those issues when I was a young pro, actually.
That's right.
Couldn't break 80.
So there are all kinds of barriers in this great game that you break. You break the 100 barrier, you break the 90 barrier, you break the 80 barrier, and then you only got one real salvo to get through, and that is the breaking par or shooting par. And it is beautiful when you go to a friend's house and they've got a card up on the wall the first time they shot par or first time they shot under par or whatever it is. You can see how much it means to them. So I think we've got that in the background, that because it's so meaningful, you're kind of in a good spot with your golf. So that's the encouraging bit. But I reckon you're probably, with your teachings here, Nick, probably best placed to help here. I always think if you can't relax, this is the number one thing you've got to do. If you cannot relax in this situation because you're not trying to relax, then there's one issue.
Yeah.
You've actually got to physically try to relax. But I know you'd have some great strategies as well.
Yeah, it happens to us all, Steve. And it's one of those scenarios where you're so focused on the result.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to shoot par for the first time. You're going along beautifully. You're about to crack it. Funnily enough, our good friend Ray Mack a while ago was telling me about a round he had where I think he'd never shot under par.
That's right.
And he was 4 under playing the 16th.
That's right.
Down at the Moona National. Right. Hit a good drive, ended up making quad. And
that's it.
And then
wiped every shot out with one hole.
Exactly. And it was a very tough finish for Ray. But I know he's gonna. And I'm sorry to bring it up, Ray.
He'll circle back. He'll be right.
But he's been playing some great golf lately, and it'll come around. I think he may have broke par since. Anyway, getting back to Steve. So because we're so focused on the result, our brain is just going in circles, and the body responds by elevated heart rate, sweaty palms. You know, you start getting really nervous. Your hands start to shake, and you start freezing up, basically. So as you say, you got to get oxygen to the blood, and you got to relax. Now, one of my favorite things was I used to do a little mini meditation on the golf course whenever I got nervous. And what that involved was I would go through my body in 7 breaths. So I could be standing there waiting for my playing partner to putt or hit a shot. And I'd start with the top of my head, my face, my neck, my shoulders, my chest, stomach, and legs. And just through each part of my body, I'd focus on inhaling really deep, exhaling really deep, going through your body. So 2 things happen. Number 1, by the end of it, you're really relaxed because you've just relaxed your entire body. And number 2, you've forgotten about trying to break par because you're focusing on your body and you're bringing your attention into the present moment.
Good tips.
Because that's really what it's all about. You're focusing in the future. What if this happens? What if that happens? So anytime you get a little nervous, try and bring your mind back into the present moment by either focusing on your breath or visualizing the shot that's in front of you, or whatever scenario you've got. But it is all about being in that present moment at the time, because you're freezing up. Your mind's just not in that moment. And that's probably the simplest way to do it. Try the breathing. That's a really big thing, because not only does it help you relax, but it brings your mind back to where it should be.
The other thing that used to help me in pressure situations was reassuring myself that I didn't have to be perfect. You know, I think when you get in these situations where you're having a great score, you feel like if you're not making perfect swings, something bad's going to happen. You want to get to a point in your golf where you know that you don't have to be perfect.
Yep.
And you are making decisions with what club to take or where to aim, where those decisions you're making give you a bit of framework for error as well. So, for instance, if there is a pin in a back right corner and you are well and truly under par, you don't have to go at that.
Left bunker's just fine. You got all the green in the world to work with.
You don't have to. You can actually go 15 foot left and 15 foot short and have maybe a 20-footer.
Yeah. Or if you hit a bad one, you're still in play.
That's right.
So, yeah.
You know, when you're over that 20-footer, you don't have to get it past the hole.
No.
All right? Just try and hit a nice putt like you would any other way. I think one of the big things that happened, you know, when he's left the putt a long way short, I reckon people get carried away with, okay, I don't want to get this too far past the hole.
Yeah.
So they leave it short. That thinking's got to go. You've just got to hit another good putt. And if it comes up short, bad luck. I mean, you look at the stats and, you know, the pros never leave it short. That's absolute garbage. It is absolute garbage.
They took some stats recently from the US Open at Oakmont.
Yep.
JJ Spawn won last year.
Yeah.
And the top 10% of putters in the field left, I think from over long range, 17 or 20% of their putts short.
Yeah.
But it was within 10% of the hole from where they were putting. So if they had like a 30-footer, it was within 3 feet.
That's right.
So it was 3 feet short. That's fine. You don't actually need to be aggressive, because most 3 putts come because you're whacking it way too far past, or you're getting a bit tentative and you leave it 8 feet short.
That's
or
it.
whatever.
Or your biggest horror is to hit it too far past and you leave it a long way short.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. You've just got to hit good putts. And you don't think about hitting good putts. You think about what makes you hit a good putt, which is, you go through your pre-shot routine. You do everything that makes it happen.
That's the last thing I'd say to Steve is develop a pre-shot routine, because when you're under pressure, that is what you rely on. You focus on the process and you're not worried about the result. You let it take care of itself.
That's it. Yeah. And you want that process to be seamless. So what you don't want to do is, okay, I've got to hit a great putt here. What you got to do is you just got to do a nice little routine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be nice. And if part of that routine is making a practice stroke, just getting a feel of the green, then immerse yourself in that and not what you want to happen.
Yeah, it'd be great to hear Steve apply some of this stuff and then makes par and reaches out to us.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
That would be good.
That'd be great. But mate, it happens to everybody.
It does.
It happens to everybody. I mean, I had a round at Kingston Heath recently, the round where I had 10 birdies, right? I was in position that day to have that dream. You know how I keep on telling you I've got one low one, one super low one left in me? That was the day. But that day, I was Steve. and when I hold this great big monster, right? I hold a monster on the 15th hole. It was an 80-footer for the 10th birdie of the day. I'm 6 under par. And everything was going right for me, just 2 birdies in the last 2 holes. And I'm 64. I would have counted it as my super low round, and I don't have to worry for the rest of my life. I 3-putted the next 2 holes.
So you got ahead of yourself right there.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
For all the same reasons that Steve is talking about. And that was just, it was nothing important. It was it was a monthly medal, I guess, but nothing important. It wasn't a big deal. It was just a Saturday round of golf.
Yeah, that happened to me at the US Open.
I panicked.
I got to the winning score that I thought it was going to be, and I'm on the 10th tee or the 9th tee going, right, now I just got to par in. Okay. And as soon as I said that, bogey, straight away. So it's funny how as soon as you start thinking results, it screws you.
The Australian Open at Royal Adelaide. Final round, I've birdied 1, 2, and 3, and I was on my way to winning this thing. And that was the stupidest thing I could have done.
Yeah.
I should have just got to the 4th tee.
Hit another shot.
Yeah. Hit another shot. See where it ends up. Do your best. But you do get ahead of yourself.
Well, thank you, Steve. And if you do want to ask a question or send some feedback in, go to the website. Check us out on the socials and send it in.
And the funny thing is, when I was playing my best, and probably when you were playing your best, I was at my best because I never got ahead of myself.
Yeah. You don't care what happens.
You don't care what happens. Yep. You never get ahead of yourself, and you are just so tuned into doing what makes you play your best and not dreaming of your best.
I think there's a good book
Which one?
Called How to Play Your Best Golf. Maybe that's
it. It should be in the background. It should be in the background. It is a very good book.
Anyway.
Look it up. Have you got an audio book yet?
No, there's a video series.
Is there?
Play Your Best Golf. So
how's our website going, by the way, Nick?
It's going well.
NicoHearn.com?
NicoHearn.com, yep.
Nice.
Want to learn how to play your best and break par? Hey, check it out.
You never asked me about my old DVD, 87 Tips to Make Golf Simple. Oh. That always seems to, be in the back of your mind when you talk to Nick about his website.
Is it still available?
No.
Okay.
It is the most ironically named DVD ever.
Yeah. I think I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah, okay.
I might bring it back.
Thanks, boys, and thanks, Steve.
See you, folks.
Good luck, Steve.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. You want to go where people know people are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Talk Birdie To Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen. Live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. Titleist, the #1 ball in golf. FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. The Golf Clearance Outlet, they beat everyone's prices. BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Better, ahead of the game. Ping will help you play your best. And Host Plus, they can help you drive your retirement further. Now that's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. This is general advice. Consider the PDS and TMD on our website before deciding. Wherever you listen or watch, we'd love you to subscribe and share the pod with a friend. Talk Birdie To Me's executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media. Sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. And now from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, that's been Talk Birdie To Me.